Saturday from a now not so rainy East Tennessee. Hope y'all are having a good weekend because God knows it's been a week. All right. So let's see if we get our 5x5. And Jacob beat me already. Okay. I can't even get it out now and he's faster than all of us. Okay. Good deal. My computer isn't even caught up here and I forgot to mute it. So let's get that done and good. All right. Good evening, everybody. Happy Saturday night. All right. So I will start with this one because I've got comments, emails, God knows what today about everybody asking me, have I heard about the bombing of Ukraine by Russia? Guys, it's bullshit. Okay. I have checked with every freaking source I have, and there is nothing going on, okay, at all. Okay, the Russians are continuously backing out. All right, the only bombing that is going on is Turkey has gone into Iraq after Potato's comments about the Armenian genocide. Okay, so, anybody that's playing audio of bombings or whatever, they just need a lesson in geography because it ain't happening in Ukraine. So, just wanted to put that out there, and I'm going to say this to everybody. Okay, I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to do this. I'm not starting any crap with anybody. But guys, when y'all are listening to YouTube videos, when y'all are seeing something on Twitter or whatever, please verify what the person's saying. Even me, okay? Most of the time, I will post links, okay, to where I'm getting my information. Sometimes I can't. But verify it from something. I mean, at least one other source, because starting this morning, people were emailing me about what was going on in Ukraine. And I'm like, okay, looking through the Ukrainian press, looking through the Russian press, I mean, both pro Putin and the resistance press, nothing. Now, you think the resistance press might say something, but you certainly think the Ukrainian press was saying something if there was any shelling going on. Okay, so that all being said, just check the sources before jumping to conclusions because y'all know as well as I do, there's plenty of YouTube channels out there that post YouTube channels, Twitter, or whatever it is, post stuff that we all call clickbait. Okay. Oh my God, everybody's got to know this, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's kind of like the DEFCON 3 crap. Okay. As soon as somebody tells you something like that, instantly you know they are worthless. All right. So just, I'm going to say it one more time. Please make sure you check the sources because God knows anybody on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever it would be. Okay. I'm not sitting in Luhansk. I'm not sitting in Donetsk. I'm not sitting in Kiev. I'm not sitting in Moscow. Okay. So I've got to get my sources from somewhere. Unless somebody is there you know, there saying, okay, I'm watching this and here's the video to it, confirm it somewhere. All right. You know, I'm going to believe a lot more with these than I am with these. So, all right. That being said, hope you all had a good Saturday. It rained here all day. Mrs. P and I did get out and plant 45 peppers, and I think we got 11 tomatoes in today in between raindrops. And y'all saw the video I put up with. No, I did not get a haircut. That was just wet hair from being outside. And no, now I have showered. So, just a little bit more reasonable. So, and I saw a comment here real quick. I love the waiting. I now rank up there with Walmart greeters. Somebody made that comment. That was great. I've got that far. I am now the equivalent of a Walmart greeter. So cool. All right. So that's my short soliloquy tonight, so we can get into a little bit more. I wanted to say good evening to my moderators. I see North Shore's in here. I know Jacob's in here. Patriot Sandwich Maker's here. Jacob's always here. I mean, hell, he beats everybody to it. I swear the guy's got the fastest internet in the world. So looks like, oh, and Indiana Prepper 2 is here. So good to see you back. Haven't seen you around in a while. I hope your vacation went well there, buddy. Did see that. So it looks like the four of you guys are running the show tonight. So if y'all saw the video today, was it today? Was it yesterday? One of the two. I don't know. The days run together. You guys know that. It's like crap. It's a Saturday night again. Hell, at least I remembered it wasn't, Tuesday. It's like, oh my God, it's like 8:30. It's like, are you going on tonight? Okay. Yeah. Trolls. Okay. I'm having a field day with trolls. It was funny. I put that video out with the comments at the beginning, and God knows y'all talked about it. And I appreciate everything y'all said. It was very nice of y'all to say. Believe it or not, there were some 600 some odd comments in there. There was not one single troll comment. So, maybe they got the idea, but we'll give them a week. They'll be back. So, but mods, you guys always do a fabulous job. And if you see somebody that's being a PIA, give them the BOOT. So we know how that all goes. All right. 466 people in here. I'm just going to say good evening to everybody, and good evening to everybody in America, in Canada, in Germany, in England, in New Zealand, in Australia, in Denmark, in the Netherlands. Did I miss anywhere that I know people come from? Oh, Mexico. Can't forget David. I know he's got to be in here somewhere. So, all right. I'm going to cut it short. It's 9:07. Let's do Q&A. If y'all are new here, I'm going to give you the rules. Please put the Q&A questions in all caps. I skip all the stuff in lowercase letters because that's usually you guys having conversations between each other, and we don't have that much time. And it's cool. I want you guys to have conversations. We're here to learn from each other, okay? I saw Voodoo Queen telling somebody about a natural anxiety deal. That's the reason we're all here. I can give you this much information. You guys can give each other this much information, all right? And I learn a lot from what's in there. So please put the questions in all caps. I will get to them. I go down as fast as I can. YouTube bounces this thing all the way to the bottom. I get back to the top as close as I can get before the chat does. You guys know how the chat doesn't go all the way to the top. And I will get to them. If I haven't got to your question in about 10 minutes or so, please post it again. If I see it a second time, I'll just skip it. Don't worry about it. So if I haven't got to your question, please do it. Just don't put it up there 15 times. I will get to you. So, all right. So let me go back to the top. Again, I will say greetings to everybody, and we'll kind of go from there, and let's see where we got. And so I get to the top, and I see Voodoo Queen Herbalism saying, Gina, let me know when you get settled in Missouri so we can meet. So, Gina, I'm guessing you're moving to the Ozarks or somewhere around Kansas City. So, cool. Get somewhere that's a red state. I mean, get out of the blue states, guys. I mean, if you saw the video that I talked about, that Ice Age Farmer did, Oregon has gone completely nuts. We already know California is completely off the deep end. Colorado's pretty much there with the Pause Act. I'm sorry, but 4 pounds of beef a year just ain't flying for me. Okay. Or red meat, not even beef. Okay. So, and there we go. Jamie 4 was the one that said pinball's like one of those Walmart greeters. There we go. All right. So, like I said, I've made it. I've hit the big time. Okay. Let's see where we are here. Patty Bob here in Germany. Okay, I didn't remember Germany. I knew you were in here. You always are. Old Rider says thanks for the intel, guys. Anything I can find out that's worth sharing, I will share with you. I promise that y'all know. Sometimes it's one video a day, sometimes it's two, sometimes it's three. I think there's been a day I've hit four. Fortunately for me, I work from home, and my office desk looks like NASA there with computer screens all over the place and my phone buzzing and talking to work and everything like that. So if something comes up and I got 15 minutes to go read an article and cut a quick video to tell you what's going on, y'all know I'm going to do it. Okay. Fortunately, I set my own hours, and so anywhere from 6ish in the morning till usually about 10 o'clock at night, I'm glued. Okay. But like I said, we've been planting, and weekends are my chance to get out and do stuff around the homestead. So sometimes I do walk away, and I did today, and we were out planting for 2 hours or whatever it is. And I came home and there were like 500 comments. And I was like, okay. So I spent the next 2 hours. Mrs. P is like, what are you doing? I said, I'm still reading all these comments. So, but I'll read them all, guys. Okay. It's fun. I want to know what you guys have to say, and I want to answer questions. So, all right. Robin Starr, hello, Pinball. I want to ask how you got the name Pinball. It has to be a great story. Hello, Mrs. Pinball. God bless you both. Pinball was actually my call sign when I was in the military, and I got it because I do exactly what I do. I mean, I'll talk about this, I'll talk about that, I'll talk about this, I'll talk about this. So, I mean, I can have 4 different conversations at the same time. I bounce around like a pinball. And then it kind of stuck because I've lived in everywhere all over the place. And so, when I tell somebody that story, the first thing they think about is, oh, you lived in Chicago and Detroit and Cincinnati and El Paso and California and Arizona and God knows everywhere else. And you're like, oh, you bounce around the country like a pinball. It's like, okay, so the name fits. So that's where it came from. Okay. Let's see, where are we going here? Scrolling. Oh, North Shore, your name rang a bell. I want to tell everybody this. I got a heads up from Prepper Now yesterday and he got a heads up from another channel. Unfortunately, the mods here are still all here, but there was supposedly a channel that the mods all got their wrenches removed for posting links. Okay. And apparently YouTube said it was spam or something like that. And I will say this again, mods, if you want to promote your own channel, there's another channel that puts out good information, keyword good information. Please share it with the group. I want you guys to go see some of these other channels. I can't do it all, okay? Y'all know there's a bunch of them that I follow. I mean, Angry Prepper, Ice Age Farmers, Zombie Farmer, TJ Preps, North Shore is in here, obviously. Please, put them in there. I don't care. If they kick you out as a mod, I know who you guys are. Obviously, you're the same ones here every week. I think I've got 6 on my list. I'm just going to make you mods again. So, y'all know me. I mean, I will put my toes right on the line. I don't care. The only thing I can't talk about, y'all know this because everybody and their mothers got put in jail for it, is COVID. And I appreciate all the stuff that you guys send, but God knows, unless you follow the nanny state on what they're saying about this, I can't talk about it. So the rest of it, I'll hint at it, but I can't talk about it unless the guys want to see me gone for a week. But that'd be it. Okay. But again, one of these days it's going to happen. One of these days they're going to boot me. So if you guys miss me for a week, if all of a sudden everything will be over on Rumble, and then I'll be back here in a week. Okay. Just because I've got 10 times the people that know I'm here that know I'm there. Excuse me. Okay. Still scrolling. And I'm way behind. Let's see. Matthew Trucking says, howdy from Houston, Texas. Clear skies tonight. Continue to prep water, food, energy. Okay, so if you've got clear skies, and I'm hoping that kind of goes a little bit north, we're supposed to have sunny days tomorrow. So Mrs. B and I want to get the rest of them in because we got, oh, what am I looking at here? Two, three, four. There's 48 more tomatoes that have to go in, plus my eggplant, plus my celery. Yeah, I got a lot of planning to do tomorrow. But that brings up something that somebody up. Hang on one second, guys. My security light's just going off. All right, I'm guessing it was a critter. I've got, as I've mentioned before, I've got security lights on the property and they're all motion activated. And all of a sudden I'm looking right out at the far end of the property and all of a sudden there was a light on out there and it's pitch black out here. So that was it. Okay. But I kind of lost track of where I was. So sorry, lights, security goes off. I'm going to stop. But yeah, Matthew says continue to prep. Yeah, okay. We got a reprieve from everything going on. Oh, and now I know where I was going here. Guys, if you're out at stores, okay, and you've got a project or something, let's just use that, okay? Because I mean, I'm not going to tell everybody to, even if you're new, I think I don't have to tell you anymore. Keep stocking food, keep doing whatever. But what I will tell you is if you've got other things that are on the to-do list for this year, let's say, and I'm going to need, and I'll use my stuff for example, cinder blocks, concrete, lumber. Lumber's kind of sucks right now. Hopefully you got it before. But I mean, if there's any sort of material that you need, I got edging for Mrs. P's flower gardens today, this past week. Okay. If there's anything that you think that you're going to need for projects this year, if you can, buy it now, because we've all seen going to Walmart, going to Target, going to any store, going to Home Depot, there's less and less and less and less on the shelves. Okay. Look online. I was looking online for stuff yesterday. Sold out, sold out, sold out. Don't know when we're going to get it back. Okay. If it's bad now, it's just going to get worse. So if you have the chance to get it, because if they aren't sold out later, pretty much bet it's going to be more expensive later. So if you can afford it, get it now. And if you got to do the project 6 months from now, at least you have the material. So, okay. Just something I was thinking about today. Chris Williams says, myself and Bear Independent are my sources. Appreciate that. I guess I'm hitting the big time if, I'm in the same sentence as Bear. America First, did I hear what Oregon's, or I'm assuming that's Oregon, not Oregon, is doing with cattle and pigs and everybody? Totally ridiculous. Yeah, I talked about it a little bit yesterday with California and the pigs, and Oregon saying that you can't slaughter an animal for food. It has to die of natural causes before you can eat it. Well, if it dies of natural causes, that probably means it's not a healthy animal, okay, or it's 20 years old. And the other part of it is, and this is the part nobody thinks about, the average lifespan of, a cow or whatever is 20 plus years. Imagine being the rancher who's paying to feed that animal for 20 plus years before he can feasibly slaughter it. Oh, by the way, here's your pound of ground beef. It's $59.99 a pound because the rancher wants to get the money back for that cow. All right. That's the other part about it is, I mean, it costs money to raise livestock, and the typical cow is slaughtered somewhere around 2 to 3 years, from my understanding. God knows I don't own cows. I just research this stuff. Okay. And so the cost to raise that cow is added into the cost of the beef. Now imagine if that's 10 times more. So, And then California on the pigs. I talked about this one. Yeah, where you have to register or sign an affidavit that the pigs were raised in, I don't want to say humane, but comfortable, a comfortable lifestyle. I think it was 24 or 25 square feet. The pig had to have its own pen. Okay, now 5 by 5. Okay, it's not that big. All right, but imagine you're a rancher that's got 500 or 1,000 pigs, and you've got to build a barn, at the cost of lumber. Again, here you go. Here's your $60 a pound pork. Okay, good luck. And you wonder why Bill Gates wants us to eat bugs. So, all right. South Colorado Stetter says research, research, and then research. Welcome to my world, buddy. But yeah, I mean, don't ever, I'll say it again, don't ever take what I say or what anybody else says as gospel. Go look it up. Go verify our sources. Okay? Please do. I mean, I'm not going to give you bullshit or whatever. I mean, this was funny. I did the video the other day where I was talking about volcanoes and climate change and, Biden and the Earth Summit and everything like that. And there was actually somebody that had the audacity to send me an email that said not the subscriber, fine, but their kid, okay, tried to debate or tried to disagree with every point I made up there, which of course everything was based on fact, okay, and research, okay, because I'm not a scientist, okay, so everything I said in that was backed up by verified research I could find, but actually said that I was doing some sort of Jewish conspiracy that climate change doesn't exist. No, sorry, hate to tell you this. First off, I'm not Jewish, and second off, this was no conspiracy, and I'm certainly not taking anything that way. I mean, but that was the thing that set me off for the freaking trolls. Okay, I mean that besides some other comments, but I was like, okay, if you're going to start being anti-Semitic, that just pisses me off. Okay, and I've said in many videos before, I have my beliefs, you have your beliefs, and I don't care if they're Christian, Catholic, Lutheran, Presbyterian, Southern Baptist, Rastafarian, Jewish, Muslim, Hindu, pick one, okay? Those are your beliefs. That's you. That's fine, okay? I'm not going to argue religion with you. That's your belief. Look up the definition of belief, okay? I mean, you could believe in a cheese god for all I care, okay? That's your belief. None of my business to sit there and tell you it's right. None of my business to tell you it's wrong. I'm not going to argue with that at all. But to sit there and degrade somebody like that is completely off limits. All right. Raptor Ranch, wine and cheese, and tilapia and baked potato for dinner. I had to buy my wine right out of homemade. Okay, I'm actually doing Irish whiskey and water tonight, so. But I'm there. I will have my libation with you. And I've got 2 more gallons of Applejack brewing. I think I've got 2 gallons of it in storage too. So I just keep putting it away and making it and putting it away. So, it'll all be good for barter eventually. And if not, I won't be having to buy anything for God knows how long. Let's see. Sunflower Prepper says, yes, gloomy day. Okay. Weather-wise, sure, I'll agree. Everything else, no. I woke up this morning. I have another day that I can celebrate life. I mean, I woke up this morning, I kid you not. And Daphne, our border collie, she's my daughter. She's daddy's girl, okay? She jumps up on bed every morning when I get up, and she comes and gives me a hug. And I kid you not, this morning when she got up, and I kind of gave her a hug, and I said, yep. I said, God blessed us with another daddy doggy day. And that's it, because we aren't promised tomorrow. So yeah, weather-wise, it was gloomy. But the fact that we all woke up this morning and we have another day to live with our family, with our friends on this earth, it's a glorious day. Okay? And no, that's not getting religious or anything like that, but take it as you will. But that's my belief. Every day that I get to spend with Mrs. P and my puppies is a glorious day, regardless of the weather. Lorna P, cooking video for Mrs. P, please. Yes, I know. A few of you guys have talked about it, and we both apologize. We know we're a couple of weeks behind. We owed you that a couple of weeks ago. We were going to do it, and then all the Ukraine crap blew up, and obviously those were the videos I was making. And you can imagine with Mrs. P's heritage and friends and family and everything that she's got back in Russia, she was paying attention to it. It really wasn't on the forefront of our thoughts. Not a whole lot got done around here other than obviously my job and paying attention to what was going on over there. Because I mean, that is concerning for us, not only on a worldwide scale, but also for, people that she knows, and then of course you all know that, I concern, I've introduced you all to Constantine, and I really appreciate you guys all supporting him. But, I consider him a friend, and I worry about him, especially when he said he was going down to Rostov. So, I mean, that kind of took precedence over, gee, we're going to make a recipe video. So, but we'll get back to it. I promise. Okay. Montana Grizz fan. Hello. Is it just shot off? And I got to see if I can get all the way to the top again. Is it still here? I don't know, but I did see it before it disappeared. You said hello. Okay. And then I get to the top, and the closest I can get here is this. So if I missed it again, this is where I say, if I don't talk about it in 10 minutes, put it back. David Creason says, drain holes in a 5-gallon bucket, best to drill in the bottom or on the side near the bottom. Depends on the plant that you're putting in, okay? If you're putting tomatoes in, you definitely want to go in the bottom because you want to plant tomatoes as deep as possible. And I apologize, I did not videotape us planting tomatoes, but I got enough more. I'll show you guys how to plant tomatoes. There's a trick to it, okay? Anything else, maybe about 2 or 3 inches up the side works fine. But tomatoes definitely in the bottom because you want those roots as deep as you can get them. And I'll show you that when I do it. But for the rest of it, bottom is never going to hurt you, but you could put them in the side. I preferably like to put them in the bottom because there's 2, 3, 4 inches more dirt that'll hold the soil, and the roots can just go down that much further. You can put them in the side if you want, but if I had my druthers, tomatoes definitely bottom, but if I had my druthers, I'd say put them in the bottom on everything. I know people say otherwise. I understand why. You can put soil, or not soil, but you can put sticks or whatever it is, or rocks or whatever in the bottom and do that for better drainage. I want my roots to go as deep as possible if I'm planting in buckets. Ace Maduro, security light on, probably a sneaky liberal coming for your rights. My guess is it's probably either a fox, a raccoon, or a deer running through the yard. Okay. But they don't get near my gardens, but that's what garlic and marigolds are for, and I've told you guys about that. So we'll see. If I wake up in the morning and I got no broccoli left because that's where it was, then the deer got in there. We'll see. But there should be plenty because there's, God knows, enough woods next to me. Let's see. South Colorado Stetter, price of lumber is not ever supposed to come down ever. I hope that's not the truth. Somebody, and again, like I said, you guys commented like crazy on my this afternoon video about me and Mrs. P going to the store and seeing help wanted signs everywhere. But there was one comment in there that somebody had said their husband works in a lumber mill. And I wanted to, if I remember correctly, it was Wilderness Woman. And that they can't find people to work in the lumber mill. Now, we know there's no shortage of lumber. What the shortage is, just like with the shipping and everything like that, it's a shortage of people working. And you know, that again, supply and demand. So, hopefully the price of lumber comes down, because if it doesn't, it's going to crash the housing market. And again, we've all talked about the housing market. I mean, existing home sales are through the roof. Okay. New home sales are coming down. Why? Because the house you could have bought 6 months ago is now $20,000 more expensive. Why? Not that the price of the house went up, the price of wood went up. So, you know, there's a million and one things economically to pay attention to. And I don't even do this for a living anymore, but for some goofy reason, I still do it. I think that's just the way I'm wired. But okay. Sue S., we planted all our veggie plants in an animal, deer or rabbit ate them. Okay. Depending on where you are. So, I mean, if you're going to put chicken wire around or something like that, you can do that. All right. But if not, the best natural way to keep the deer, rabbits, anything away from your vegetable garden, plant marigolds and plant garlic around your garden. Okay. The smell of them is completely repulsive to animals. Okay. And if you can get the no nematode marigolds, that will actually be even more beneficial for your garden. But worst comes to worst, go to Home Depot, buy yourself. I don't know how big your garden is, but buy yourself, probably a marigold or two for every 40 square feet. Put them in between somewhere where that'll keep the animals away. Yeah, Yaya 18, less on the shelf and more out of the wallet. Ain't that the truth? So we need to combat that. And that's what I said earlier about buying the stuff that you can if you know you've got a project coming. Again, we're preppers, okay? We prep for everything. If you know you want to, I don't know, figure something out. I'll use my example because I can't speak for you guys. I know I'm building this smokehouse. I know it's going to take me a couple of months to do it. Now, I got lucky and had the advantage of, a friend of mine telling me about where I could get some free lumber. Okay, that's an exception to the rule. But the fact that I have my concrete, the fact that I have my sand mix, the fact that I got to show you this. This is just fun. Okay. The fact that I have the door to go to the firebox, okay, and there's a good story behind this. This is actually from Ukraine. Okay, this is an old Russian door, Soviet Union era, from the 1950s. And on the door, it says it cost 30 rubles. So this is probably from the 50s. Okay, mind you, right now, 30 rubles is what? 5 cents, 10 cents, maybe, not even 5 cents. Okay, but it works. So, and it was that's kind of our smokehouse tribute to Mrs. P's heritage. And I just thought it was fun. I thought it'd be a surprise for you. So, but yeah, get the material now while you can, because you don't know if you can get it later. I mean, the last thing I need to do is build the whole damn thing and not be able to get a door. Okay, I couldn't get one from the United States or whatever. But right now, if you see it, get it. I mean, and I'll give you another perfect example on something like that. Mrs. P is having a field day shopping lately. Okay, not that she's wasting money or anything like that. She's actually it's April, buying winter clothes because she's getting them at 80% off. Okay, that's a good deal. Why wait until October, November to buy winter clothes when you're paying full price? Buy them now. So she's doing our preps for winter clothes, going out further and getting them at 80% off. Okay. When she's buying me, you guys know I like to wear turtlenecks in the winter and everything like that. She's getting them for $6 and $8. Usually $20, $30. Okay. A I just, she's like, I'm going to do this. What'd she come up with the other day? She bought 11 items for $80. And she's like, I spent $80. I'm like, what the hell did you get? She goes, I got this and this and that. And I'm like, crap, how much did you get? She goes, I got 11 things. I'm like, screw it. Tell me you buy a pair of tennis shoes for $80, I'm going to go through the roof. Okay. Tell me you got 11 pieces of clothing for 11 or for $80. I'm like, you're a genius. So, okay. Again, thriftiness and buy it when you can because you may not be able to get it later. Let's see, where are we here? Lots of conversations. Do. But either I'm that far behind. Dove Jacobs saying the same thing as IP13 is also happening in Colorado. Yeah, it's the PAWS Act. And then South Colorado Setter says that's animal cruelty if animal has been injured and can't recover. Exactly. Yeah, what was it? I think it's Oregon. It might have been Colorado, but I think it's Oregon, who's saying it's sexual assault to breed animals. Think about that for a second. We all know what sexual assault is. But now to breed, let's say you're a pig farmer, cattle farmer, whatever it was, to breed your animal because the cows didn't want to do it and you forced them to, it's sexual assault. This is the liberal mind, guys. Okay. Teresa says, all I do is research. Good for you. Okay. I have the utmost respect for people that, trust but verify and verify some more and verify some more. Okay. That's how I was trained. That's, when I was Army, when I was a broker, when I'm now, I want to make sure before, and I still make mistakes, don't get me wrong, but I'm going to make as close to sure as I can that something that's going to come out of this place is correct before I tell it to anybody else. And I still screw up, okay? But I screw up this much where people that don't verify screw up this much. Yeah. Crystalline Unfreed, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing your name. Best book for everything to know about gardening. I did a video, about a month ago, I think it was, on Jerry Baker and Great Garden Tonics. I can't tell you about a book, because books have so been replaced by ebooks and videos and everything like that. I will tell you, for gardening videos, my go-to is MI Gardener. Okay, that's a great channel. But there are, hang on, I'll go look and give me a second. I will look up and tell you the ones that I follow. Gary Pilarchik is another one, but I will tell you the channels that I follow for gardening advice. I look at MI Gardener, the gardening channel with James Priglione out of Jersey. What else we got here? Gary Pilarchik, like I said. Yeah, I guess those are the three big ones that I follow. But again, put it in a YouTube search and take a look. You're going to find anything and everything you want to know about gardening. There's great channels and I've been gardening for years, okay, decades. There's channels that I still learn more from, and go check them out, if you can. A lot of these guys, they're not writing books. They read the books or whatever it is and they're learning for it. But, most of us are visual learners. Look at, what's going on. And a lot of them will recommend books. Hugh Richards is another one. It's H-U-W Richards. He's out of Great Britain. But he's another good one that I like to watch. So I got to find back where it was. There we go. Okay. All right. Moving back on. Let's see. Northern Hillbilly says Bill Gates has lab meat coming soon. Yeah. Well, understand this. Okay. Bill Gates loves the idea of Joe Biden coming out and saying 4 pounds of red meat a year. Why? Because he's one of the biggest investors in Impossible Meat. So, again, he's there to make money. Nobody invests in anything to lose money. So he wants to do what he can to make money. He just has the ability to influence a lot of this stuff. Uh, but he's a huge investor in Impossible Meat. Now, if y'all remember, what was it, a summer ago, 2 summers ago, Burger King doing their Impossible Meat burgers. We've all talked about the stories on KFC doing 3D printed chicken McNuggets or chicken nuggets or whatever it is. It's not even real chicken. So, it's I guarantee you, even if you don't think you have, you've already eaten some of this stuff. It's already been somehow slipped to you and you didn't even know it. I got ice. Kenneth Christian, what's happening with the Arizona audit? What can it really change? It can't change anything in regards to the election. What it can do is it opens up Pandora's box about fraud. Okay. And that's huge, because if they can prove that Maricopa County was miscounted and show why, that gives everybody the right to even look even closer at some of this stuff come next election. And I mean, guys, mind you, next election, what is this, April? We got okay, so you're talking 18 months is the next election. And my bet is, both houses flip in 2022. Okay. Because there's already a ton of people that are regretting voting for Potato. And, Pelosi and Schumer are just hanging themselves with some of these idiotic decisions. Maxine Waters the other day, inciting riots, and then, when Congress or when the Republican side of the House wants to censure her, the Republicans say no, and Nancy says, "Oh, she did nothing wrong." Yet, what she said was 10 times more inflammatory than anything Trump said. Yet they impeached him for it. Again, I've said this many times, guys. Politicians think the American public is a bunch of rubes. We aren't as dumb as they think we are, and people see that now. Pelosi can run her mouth all she wants, because there's no chance in hell of her losing, okay? Her district is so stupid. They are the stupid ones. They keep electing her. They don't care. It's like, oh, okay, there's a D next to her name. Cool. It's like AOC's district. What did Pelosi say? A Big Mac could win in that district if there was a D next to its name. I think was her comment or something like that. It was, that was about it. So, but yeah, if this audit can actually prove something, and this isn't Q stuff, okay? If this audit can actually show something concrete that there was corruption in there, it's going to blow the cover off the ball here for 2022. Jamie R., the earth is always changing. There's no climate change. Climate change is a hoax. You know it. I know it. Anybody with 2 brain cells know it. Climate change is only a way to separate a fool from his money. And I said it again the other day, Al Gore needs another private plane or another mansion. Here's a guy who, again, he's from Tennessee, and thank God I wasn't here when he was here. But Al Gore was never the sharpest tool in the box. Okay. The only reason he was VP was good old Billy Boy Clinton, thought he could flip Tennessee by putting Gore on the ticket. So, that was an idea. You get the Southern connection. But, Gore's always been a moron. But he managed to get really, really, really rich off of this lie. And climate change, which was global cooling in the 70s and global warming in the 80s, and climate change, which is now even being changed again. It's now being called the climate catastrophe because we've got to sensationalize it. Uh, it's nothing but a money grab. That is all it is. It's a way to separate you from your money. And like I said in the video the other day, they're going to tax you higher. Where's the taxes go? You can't pay off Mother Nature and say, "Well, here, Mother Nature, here's $100 million. Can you make the atmosphere better?" No, it just goes right in their pocket. Okay. Remember all the crap we heard? Oh God, what is this? 30 years ago, 40 years ago, about the ozone layer, and oh my God, you can't use aerosol hairspray, Aquanet, back in the 80s, big hair days, because you're destroying the ozone layer. I mean, come on. How stupid do we think people are? If you're a Democrat, you think you're really stupid. Okay. Lowercase, 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 lowercase. Yaya 18, have I ever posted my recipe for Applejack? Yes, it's about, oh God, probably about 4 or 5 months ago. I want to say it was probably back in November, but I think it was even titled How to Make Applejack. If you go back and look through all the videos, you'll see it's sometime last fall. I mean, because Applejack is a good, think about apple cider and everything like that. It's a good fall recipe. But that's when real simple. It's 100% apple juice, brown sugar, a little bit of yeast, and some thyme. Oh, and eventually you're going to need a can of apple juice concentrate. And if you got a freezer, that's the rest of it. So real simple, but real dangerous if you drink too much of it. There's a few of you guys who have, and you can vouch for me. Setter, did somebody say whiskey? Yes, I did. But I'm sipping, so okay. Sammy A, talk about wood stoves. Worth it in small places in northern states. If you're asking about northern states, I'm in a southern state. If I could figure out somewhere in this house to I mean, my house is not that big, okay, but if I could figure out somewhere to put a wood stove in here, I would save the money and figure out a way to put a wood stove in here. It just, because of the porches and the decks and everything like that, I have no way to ventilate it, and there's only certain ways to do it. But Christ, if you have the ability to put a wood stove in and the finances to buy one, that's probably one of the best prepper investments you could possibly make. Okay, because I think of the folks in New England. Most of them are on oil heat. Okay, if the oil shuts off, you got no heat. Okay, I think of a lot of places that have natural gas heat. Okay, natural gas heat disappears, you got no heat. Okay, electric heat. The grid goes down, you're screwed. Okay, that's me. So wood heat is your only option, and in a EMP situation, let's put it this way, in any SHTF situation, I can still go out, even if I don't have a chainsaw, I can still go out with an axe and cut down a tree. And God knows, even though I don't have a wood stove, I still got a pile of firewood out there, just in case, okay, because I can always throw it in a fire pit and stand around that. But there's fuel that you can get. Now, if you live in the middle of Nebraska and you're surrounded by cornfields, yeah, wood stove's not going to make a whole lot of sense to you. But if you have the ability to cut wood, a wood stove is a brilliant prep. And I wish I could have one, and some way, somehow, I'm going to figure it out. Okay, Virginia Prepper says, okay, I'll send it to Pinball on his email. I have no idea what you're talking about because I didn't read all that, but whatever it is, I'll look at emails after I'm done. I don't even want to know about a human meat link. Don't send me that. I don't want to know anything about that. Okay, apparently I bounced down and missed some. So let's see. Where are we? Holy crap, it's 10 till already. Yeah, iron bar. I talked about that a second ago. Animal artificial insemination is now sexual assault on animals. Got to get off this planet. Just you think about the lunacy of this, okay? Because I guarantee you this one, you're going to be eating bugs, and there's still the steaks, the lamb chops, the pork chops, whatever it is. I guarantee you, Nancy Pelosi will never ever give up her filet mignon. Guarantee it. She is not going to eat bugs. Not happening. You know, walls don't work, but she's got a wall around her house, right? I mean, we got to defund the police, but she needs her security detail. Got to get rid of guns, but that security detail has guns. I mean, she is the epitome of rules for thee and not for me. Okay, so I say this when y'all think I'm, making some crazy ideas. It's obvious. Sorry. Hollis and Nancy's Homestead is an awesome channel for garden. I've watched a few of those. Happy Wives, Happy Wife, Happy Mama. I've watched a few of their channels. Yeah, there's a couple of. I mean, please understand, guys. And I know you guys ask me. I get these emails every once in a while. Is this a verifiable channel? Is this one real? Is this one bullshit? I just like you guys. I can't watch them all. I watch ones that I find that are good, and as long as they stay good, I keep watching those. When if somebody goes off the deep end, and there's been channels that have gone off the deep end, and I'm like, adios, moving on. I'll give you another one for gardening. I can't believe I forgot one. Deep South Homestead. I mean, Danny is one of my favorite people to watch about how to raise vegetables, how to do a lot of stuff on a homestead. Okay, absolute. Outside of prepping, that is probably my favorite channel on YouTube. And they're doing a live stream right now. And JM at the Nut House can verify. If she's in here, then she's not over on Danny and Wanda's. But she's probably over there, and she's a subscriber here, and she bounces back and forth. But yeah, for gardening, I think I told you, he's the one who gave me did the video on the smokehouse, that I'm building his smokehouse based on his videos. So yeah, a lot of stuff that I want to learn, I learned from him. We all know Howie and how he passed and everything. There's a lot of good ones and they come and go. There's a lot of bad ones that stick around for a couple of months and they disappear. Okay. And they're bad ones when they disappear. Let's see. Oh, JM is in here. I just see Pennsylvania EMT FF9 says that JM, the Nut House of Grace, so JM might be in here. LCCCC, when do you think the NAV of cash funds will drop below $1? CDs hard to find, nowhere to park cash right now. I wouldn't be parking cash at all. If you've got excess cash right now, I would be buying silver, and if you can, even gold. Silver's still around 26, and I know everybody's going to bitch about the premiums, okay? But I've mentioned many times, go to compare silver prices, and if I look at it right now, and bear with me, it's going to take me just a couple of seconds. If I look at it right now, you are under $31 to buy silver rounds at silver.com. Okay, you can buy pre-sales of 1 ounce Silvertown Lady Liberty silver rounds for $30.90. That is still a really good price, because that's about a little more than $4 premium. I take that any day of the week. That I would not be parking cash in CDs, getting yourself 1/10 or 2/10%. I'd be parking it in silver. If I look at compare gold prices, and again, if you've got more money, but if anybody knows who Robert Kiyosaki is, he is now, the rich dad, poor dad guy. He is now dumping heavily into silver and gold. If you want to buy gold rounds right now, a couple of different places. Your probably best price that you can buy is Provident Metals, and you're getting gold rounds for $10 premium there. That's cheap. Okay, 1793.55 is what they're selling rounds at. Gold closed on Friday at 1783. So $10 premium. That's, think of the comparison what I just said. $4 on silver at $26 or $10 on gold. Okay, so you're still buying it cheap on the premium. That's where I would be parking money. I'll go into this real quick. There's been a few people who keep telling me about, oh, gee, you're doing a disservice to your viewers by, not saying buy crypto, buy crypto, buy crypto. All right, now I'm gonna give you this. Besides the fact that crypto, Bitcoin dropped 25% in the last week. Okay, so you lost your ass if you bought Bitcoin a week ago and hold it now. It's a matter of risk return, guys. If you're 20 years old and you want to go throw $100 at Bitcoin and it goes to 1,000, a million or whatever, congratulations. Okay. But if you're my age, okay, and I'm in my mid 50s, I'm 54, I'll be 55 in September. Okay. I'm getting closer and closer to retirement, which means my risk tolerance is getting lower and lower and lower. All right. I can't afford a 25% drop in a week because there's no guarantee it comes back. All right. If y'all think about Black Tuesday in the Great Depression, 1929, where the Dow was on the Monday before Black Tuesday, it took 30 years to get back to that same level that it was the day before the market crashed in 1920. 30 years. 30 years from now, I will be 84. If I'm lucky enough to still be on the planet, I don't want my money down here if it's here today. So my risk tolerance is a whole hell of a lot less. For somebody my age, for me, okay, at my age, let me rephrase that, crypto is too risky. You're 20 years old and you want to throw $1,000 at it, hey, go for it. You lose $1,000, you lose $1,000. Okay, no big deal. I'm not in a position where I want to risk losing money. Okay, I'm also not in a position where I want to risk losing money to inflation. Hence the reason why I am in precious metals. Okay, because precious metals should be a good hedge against inflation for me. I get the fact that some people want to do crypto. And I'm happy, thrilled for y'all if you made money on it. I'm sad for y'all if you lost, but I still think crypto is a fool's errand. I will say that, but I understand where y'all are coming from if you want to invest in crypto. I get it, okay? But please understand my reasoning behind it. Crystal says the Family Garden Plan by Melissa K. Norris also has a great YouTube channel. I've never heard of it. I'll take your word for it. Patriot Sandwich Maker puts Hugh Richards' link up. Thank you. Oh, he's in Wales. Okay, I'm sorry. I said Great Britain. Okay, thank you, JB, for getting that a little closer. Sorry, you guys, for the smoke. I just kind of needed that one. America First. I don't think the American people will buy this thing about 4 pounds of meat. I think that might be the match that overdoes the fire, and I think a revolution and another civil war will be at hand. Yeah, I think they're pushing too much too fast. I mean, y'all can agree with me on this one. I don't think anybody's going to disagree with me on this part. They are shoving everything down our throats as fast as they can. All right. Mind you, Biden has been in the White House for 3 months and 2 days. Okay. I'm sorry, 3 months and 4 days. How much crap has been shoved down our throat in a month? Mrs. P and I were watching a movie here, and it was like, okay, we saw the Adidas commercial that was pro Black Lives Matter. The next commercial we saw was, it's all this woke crap. and they're shoving this and shoving this. And you saw the Biden thing yesterday, about Turkey, and then you see the whole we're going to cut all our uh, emissions by 50% by 2030, and China's like, well, we'll try to cut our coal. Oh, okay, that's okay. You're just twice the pollution that we do, but you trying is good. We're going to commit to this. So basically, we're going to pay, and they're going to go right here. Uh, yeah, they keep trying to. Eventually, the American public is going to wake up and go, "How much crap do you think you're going to take from us?" And again, I'm going to say this for the millionth time. This is why I keep saying over and over and over again: pay off everything you can. I don't by hook, by crook, by whatever. Pay off your house, pay off your land. You know, get somewhere. I mean, Prepper Now said today they're selling their house outside of D.C. and they're going to go somewhere else. And worst case scenario is he's got his deal. He's getting out. Okay, but I've heard a bunch of. I mean, Prepper Nurse is leaving New York and he's going to. I think the last I heard is he's now thinking about West Virginia. NY Prepper is leaving New York and he's coming down to Tennessee. I mean, these are guys in the community. I mean, big, very big. I mean, Ed, and moderate sized names like same me, moderate channel. That are going. Okay, we're getting the hell out and going somewhere else. This is the deal, guys. Get out of debt, get yourself situated where you can survive on your own without anything from anybody else. And I've said it many times. Can you live if you could never leave your property again? And that's what we all should be striving for, because it may come to that day. So, all right, it is 10:01 and I've missed a few questions. You want me to? I mean, I'll go for a little bit longer if you guys want me to. If you got a book, take off. I mean, that's fine. I'm sorry if there's somebody else. North Shore, let me know if okay. I see a few people saying yes. Okay. North Shore, are you going to go on after me? I can see on my phone currently, and I can keep okay. Okay, people want to keep going. Yes, sir. Please continue. Okay, we will. All right, we'll go for a little bit longer. Jacob, you're here till I'm done. Thanks, brother. Okay, I'm hoping North Shore is still planning on going. Yep, I saw him say yes, and it flew on by. All right, so I'll go for maybe another 10, 15 minutes. Let's see what else we got. See if I can get to the bottom here, because I feel really bad when I can't get to all your questions. But I'll go through the rest of the screen. What we got here. Everybody talking about gas prices. Okay, gas prices haven't moved here in a couple of weeks. It's been $2.69 a gallon for probably the better part of 2 weeks. Diesel and gas, the same price around here. North Shore, I won't keep you up late, but I just want to clear out the questions. Maverick B USA, what about the Capitol police officer died of natural causes? Yeah, again, this is the media painting a picture for you that fits a narrative, and then notice how it's this happened, and then when do they retract it? Oh, at 2:47 in the morning on a Saturday night. That's what, by the way, we made a mistake. Okay, we're good now. Tommy M., what do they expect cutting all the rainforests down? If y'all caught John Kerry, maybe I mentioned this, John Kerry says we need to get rid of all CO2. Now, I think I talked about this. This tells you how much of an idiot John Kerry is, to think about how close he came to winning the election when he ran for president in 2004. Plants breathe CO2, which plants make the oxygen, the air that you breathe. Okay. If we get rid of all the carbon dioxide, plants all die. If plants all die, guess what? So do we. Okay. So, John Kerry, hey, you know what? Go back to that fortune that your wife has because you're as dumb as a box of rocks. Uh, but cutting the rainforests down. I mean, I said in the video the other day, 15% of the world used to be covered by rainforest. We're now down to 7. I mean, they're burning, what was it, 200,000 acres a day of rainforest. How long does it take till it's gone? I mean, those are the lungs of the earth. Okay? Now, y'all know I do this. All right? I do this because I quit smoking after 30 years of smoking 8 years ago. What was I doing? I was killing my lungs. This is better. It ain't great, but it's better. Okay? But I don't need to just keep killing myself like they're doing to the rainforest. I mean, look, just cut out a part of my lung every day. Well, eventually I have no lungs left. Guess what? If I got no lungs left, I die. If the planet's got no lungs left, guess what? It dies too. Same idea. Okay. Lisa Devine, what is going on with ammo? Can't find it anywhere by me. Uh, Congratulations, you've invented time travel because we haven't been able to find ammo for 6 months. Yeah, I mean, again, this goes back to, if y'all remember 10 years ago or something like that, uh, the 22 LR crisis 10 years ago. The military is buying up, or the government, I'm sorry, not the military, the government is buying up ammo as fast as they can, again. And even though Remington and, Pick Everett, Magnum are producing ammo, if the government's buying it all, there is none left to sell to the public. And again, remember how any business is going to work. And I'm just going to make up numbers here. If I'm selling widgets, okay, and I've got an order to sell 100 boxes of widgets, but every store wants 1 box, 2 boxes, 3 boxes, what am I going to fill first? I'm going to fill that order for 100 boxes of widgets because that's going to bring in the most capital. Then once I finish that, then I'll go fill the onesies and twosies. But if I send 100 boxes of widgets over and they say, oh, we need 100 more, then I'm going to make 100 more and send it to them. That's what's going on. So the big buyers, which are governments, are the ones that are taking all the ammo off the shelves. It's not that they're not making it. They're making it, okay? It's just it ain't available to us. And what little dribs and drabs come out, supply and demand, the price is going up. Iron bar, styrofoam cups melted the ozone layer in the 70s. Yeah, okay, fine. Styrofoam is just another petroleum product, no different than tires are a petroleum product. So, unless we are, think about anything, plastic is a petroleum product. Styrofoam is. I mean, they're all petroleum products, period. Okay, it doesn't make a lick of difference, South Colorado Center. How many layers of plastic for a greenhouse to keep out golf ball hail? No clue. Talk to the manufacturer. I mean, depends on the mill of the plastic for sure. I couldn't even. I'd talk to the manufacturer on that one. Scott Farrell, I'm new to this channel. What are your thoughts on stacking silver? Buy it, get it, keep going, grab what you can, everything like that. I'm usually putting between 7 and 10 ounces in my stack every payday because that's what fits my budget. Okay. And yeah, sometimes I get it at 24, sometimes I get it at 20, spot price. 24s, 26s, usually getting it anywhere between 29, 31-ish. Retail, I don't care. I'm a dollar cost average in there. If I'm getting in there, okay, my DCA is at 30, but the whole point is there's not I did a video again on this a couple of weeks ago. Supposedly, there's enough silver to be mined that we'll run out of silver. I think it was about 10 years, 12 years, somewhere about that. I'd have to go back and look at my video. Uh, and that's it. And there isn't any more. I mean, it's like land. They're not making any more of it. Okay. And the banks buy gold. The banks don't buy silver. But silver is the commodity that is needed for the green energy program. So that is going to go up just by need, by demand. Okay. Do not, under any circumstances, buy paper silver. None of these ETFs, none of this will hold it for you, whatever it is. No, you buy silver, you have it in your hand, okay, in your safe, under your mattress. I don't care where the hell you put it, okay. You buy it, you keep it, you take physical possession of it. Nowhere else. Not don't. Oh, it's just stored up the street for me. No, it's you have it where you decide at 2 o'clock in the morning. I wake up. I'm gonna go grab a glass of water, and if I want to, I can go look at my silver coins or my silver bars or whatever the hell size silver you're gonna buy. Keep stacking it. Okay, it's a hedge against inflation, which we're coming up to. All right, so I can't say we're going to see hyperinflation like Venezuela or like Lebanon's going through right now, but we all know there's inflation, and the 1% or 1/10% or 2/10 that a CD is paying you right now in fiat currency, which is getting closer and closer to worthless every day, doesn't mean squat. I mean, what was silver up 2.5% on Friday? Okay, all right. So think about that. If you bought on Thursday and sold on Friday, you just got 10 years of the return you would have got in a CD, pretty much. Okay. Lisa Devine, what does a wood stove cost? They're a couple of $1,000, but I mean, again, it's all going to depend on the quality, and what you get. I mean, maybe you find a used one or whatever you can get cheap. I mean, you can get them in all sorts of ranges. So, oops. Matthew Trucking, Silver Eagle Premium in Houston, $10.50 per coin. If I look at, Silver Eagles are going to cost a little bit more, but if I look at what you can get online, let's see where the best price on Silver Eagles are. 36.61. Yeah, about $10. Yeah, you're talking about $10 premium. That's pretty much the norm right now. Okay, that's the cheapest price I can find from buy gold and silver coins. 36.61 for a Silver Eagle. Spot price being about $26. So you got $10 premium is about right. Rooster says got 14 ounces of shiny silver yesterday. It's mine to hold, baby. Good deal. Whoops. What is the site to get silver? It's called comparesilverprices.com. It'll give you the links to some of the major bullion dealers, and it shows you what the prices are. I know Alaska Prepper likes SD Bullion. I bought from them. I bought from JM Bullion. I bought from BGSC. I bought from silver.com. They're all good. Just the one thing I will say there, be very, very careful if you go look at eBay. Sometimes eBay shows to have the best prices. Make sure it is a coin dealer and not me, some guy like, just Joe Schmo selling silver, because there's a lot of silver fakes out there that are made in China. People buy the fakes and then try to sell it as the real stuff. So try to buy from a dealer. Diane S. says, I remember my father had big silver bars back in the day, kept them down in the cellar. Yeah, I mean, and hopefully you still got them. Rooster says, buffaloes are cheaper at AppMex when available. Yeah, and I'm going to say this, guys, because I've got, if you're a coin collector, you're trying to buy all the different stuff, okay? if you are a stacker, if you are a prepper, you're buying for the silver content, not for the design. Okay, yeah, they're pretty to look at and everything like that. And I trust me, I know because I do it too. It's like, oh, I've already got some of those. I've already got some. I don't care if you've got 500 of the same freaking coin. You buy the cheapest ones you can get because you're buying it for the silver content, not for the design that they stamped it on. Okay. And Patriot Sandwich Maker says pinball rounds are government mint. And that's exactly what I'm saying right here. Buy the rounds because you're buying it for the silver content, not because the fact that it was Canadian Maple Leafs or Liberties or whatever. That's for coin collectors. All right. If you're buying it for prepping purposes, buy the rounds. Buy the cheapest rounds you can get. If the cheapest rounds you can get are buffaloes, and you can spend $200, buy 7 buffaloes. Okay. If the cheapest rounds that you can get are Asahi silver, buy those. Okay. It doesn't matter. You don't go spending more money because the silver is still worth the same. Okay. The design doesn't mean anything. Unless you're a coin collector, the design doesn't mean squat. Patriot Sandwich Maker, what are my thoughts on fractional gold? Fine. Fractional gold is, I mean, at the prices right now, if you're still getting gold in the 1700s, I mean, I would have liked it a week or so ago when it was in the 1600s, but even here in the 17, anything under 1800 bucks, I'd be buying gold right now. And I know this is the one thing I will disagree with Dave Ramsey on. Okay, I will say gold is a good thing to hold. So is silver. Okay, I'm not going to tell you to buy mutual funds. I wouldn't do that right now. I think that is just way too risky. Prepper Brian Keith, I have a few silver coins, one with the Lord's Prayer, one with the Ten Commandments, another one with Jesus and the cross on it, all from Apmex. Yeah, I mean, and that's it. There are coins that you're gonna want because they're pretty, okay, and maybe you spend a little bit extra on it. But if you're stacking, buy the ones that are cheapest. You're buying for the silver content. Paul Taylor, yeah, but people may recognize an eagle over some random round. That's why people buy the eagles. Sure, I get that. Okay, but like I just said, you can buy an eagle right now. Cheapest place I can buy an eagle is $36.61. Cheapest rounds I can buy right now are $30.10. Okay, there's $5 or $6.50 difference. It's still 1 ounce of silver. That's a 20% difference in price. Is somebody going to give you 20% more for an eagle in an SHTF situation than they are for another round of silver? They're not going to care. They're going to be looking for the value of the silver because the eagle or the maple leaf or whatever it is, if the government's gone, okay, they don't care what, gee, it was made by the American Mint. Well, the American Mint doesn't exist anymore, so who cares? That's kind of my point. But again, if you want to buy Silver Eagles, you want to buy Maple Leafs, whatever, go for it. JB, thank you for the super chat. Spooky Kabuki, black gold. There you go. Yeah, buy oil. Brass is the new gold. Yeah, Greg, I'll give you that one. South Colorado Stetter, what about junk silver? Junk silver right now, you just got to do the math. Okay, junk silver is 90% silver. So whatever the price of silver is, and silver closed at $26. I think it was 26.02 or something. So let's just say 26. So if I do 90% of 26.02, take off $2.60, $23.40. So if you can buy $1 worth of face value for less than $23.40, you're actually better off buying the junk silver. If somebody wants $24 for the junk silver, you're better off buying the bullion. Okay, so you just kind of got to do the math there. 3010, absolutely can't pass that up. When fiat is toilet paper, you'll wish you find. Yeah, exactly. And what did I say that was? 3010. I'm sorry, 3090. My bad. At silver.com is what you're getting buffaloes for right now. My bad, I said 3010. Rooster says, if I'm correct, 65, 66, obviously talking about you're only 40% silver. I'm not a junk silver buyer. but yeah, I know there's something that's only 40% silver. I think you're right, 65, because it's 64 and before that is 90%. So I think you're right, 65, 66 or 40%. Uh, Diane asked to say if you buy gold, buy 24 karat. It's 100%. That's correct. 24 karat is 100% gold with no alloys. Okay, Drops Family Garden says it's 65 to 67 is 40%. Okay, thank you. All right, South Colorado Steader's got to go. Kids are starving. I get it. And it's 20 minutes into this thing. Guys, I'm going to let you all fly. North Shore probably start around 10:30 or whatever it is. I'm going to go catch up with the emails that y'all sent me. But thanks for coming by tonight, guys. And thanks for sticking around the extra 20 minutes. Very happy to do it. But y'all have a good evening. Do some more planning tomorrow, and we will see y'all in the morning. Night, y'all. Pinball out.